In the climax of Kung Fu Panda 2, we see a moment that defies every law of physics and every trope of action cinema. A massive cannon, a weapon designed specifically to make Kung Fu obsolete, fires a flaming ball of metal directly at the protagonist's chest. Po doesn't dodge. He doesn't run. He closes his eyes. He reaches out, catches the destruction midair, and begins to dance with it. He spins the fire into a circle, transforms its momentum, and gently releases it back into the sea. This isn't just a power-up. It's the visual culmination of a psychological journey. It's the moment Po stops being a victim of his history and starts being the master of his soul. In the world of Kung Fu Panda, this is called inner peace, but in our world, we call it radical acceptance. Today, we are diving deep into the philosophy of Kung Fu Panda 2, using the direct words of the Soothsayer, the desperation of Lord Shen, and the quiet wisdom of Master Shifu. We're going to analyze why this kid's movie is actually one of the most profound explorations of trauma and healing ever put to film. When we find Po at the start of the sequel, he's living the happily ever after. He's the dragon warrior. He's breaking records by stuffing 38 bean buns into his mouth. He is, by all accounts, peaceful. But Master Shifu knows better. Shifu takes him to the Dragon Grotto and demonstrates a level of mastery Po can't comprehend. Shifu explains,
"It is the next phase of your training. Every master must find his path to inner peace."
Shifu admits that for him, the path was through the pain and suffering of realizing that Po, the big fat panda, was the dragon warrior. Shifu had to find the problem within himself to harness the flow of the universe. Po thinks this is just another cool move to learn. He says,
"Inner peace? You're going down."
He treats it like a fight. But the universe has a way of testing you exactly where you are weakest. The second Po sees that red eye symbol. His reality shatters. A flashback of fire and screaming hits him like a physical blow. He loses the fight because he loses his center. This leads him back to his father, Mr. Ping, where the comedy of the first movie is stripped away to reveal the heartbreaking truth.
You might have been kind of adopted.
Ping admits. He tells the story of the radish crate, of a hungry baby panda with no note and no past. This is where Po's journey truly begins. He realizes his beginning is a void, and while he is struggling with who he is forced to face a villain who knows exactly who Po was. To understand Po's peace, we have to understand Lord Shen's chaos. Lord Shen is one of the greatest villains in animation because he is a mirror version of Po. 30 years ago, a soothsayer told Shen's parents that if he continued down his dark path, he would be defeated by a warrior of black and white. Instead of changing his path, Shen tried to change his fate by committing genocide. He tried to kill the future by erasing the past. Both Po and Shen are defined by the same night of fire. Both carry a scar. But notice the difference in their philosophy. Lord Shen says,
"The dead exist in the past, and I must attend to the future."
This sounds like moving on, but it's actually avoidance. Shen is so terrified of the past that he is building massive cannons to protect his future. He is trying to fill a hole in his soul with gunpowder and conquest. As the soothsayer tells him,
"The cup you choose to fill has no bottom. It is time to stop this madness."
Po, on the other hand, is trying to integrate the past. He isn't trying to forget it. He's trying to find it. But here is the brilliance of the script. At first, Po fails. When Po finally has Shen pinned, he doesn't ask about the weapon. He asks for answers.
"Tell me what happened that night."
Shen, seeing Po's desperation, uses the past as a weapon. He lies to him. He says,
"Your parents didn't love you. But here, let me heal you.
And he fires a cannonball into Po's chest. This is the low point. Po is blasted into the river, defeated because he tried to find his worth in what Shen thought of him. He looked for healing in the hands of the person who hurt him. This is the most important section of the film. The Soothsayer saves Po and takes him to the ruins of his birth village. This is the hopeless place. Po is covered in acupuncture needles. He's in pain. He wants to run. But the Soothsayer forces him to stop fighting and let it flow.
Stop fighting. Let it flow.
Po finally sees the truth. His parents didn't abandon him because they didn't love him. They abandoned him because they did. And here, in the rain, Po performs the same movements we saw Shifu do at the start of the movie. In the transcript, the Soothsayer gives the ultimate thesis statement of the franchise.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be.
This is the definition of inner peace. It's not the absence of a bad beginning. It's not the absence of scars. It is the realization that the past is a fact, but it is not a sentence. When Po catches that raindrop and places it on the leaf without breaking it, he is proving that he has stopped resisting the flow of his life. He has accepted that his mother is gone, that Shen is evil, and that he was a baby in a radish crate. By accepting the weight of that truth, he becomes light enough to move the world. Now we return to the harbor. Lord Shen is confused. He screams,
Huh? How many times do I have to kill the same stinking panda?
He fires everything. He thinks that more power is the answer to his fear. But Po is in a different state of being. In Taoist philosophy, there is a concept called Wu Wei, or effortless action. Po isn't fighting the cannonballs. He is simply redirecting their energy. When you fight your trauma, it hits you like a cannonball. It explodes. It destroys you. When you accept your trauma, you catch it. You acknowledge it's there. You feel its heat. And then you decide where it goes. Po takes the very thing Shen used to destroy his past and uses it to destroy Shen's future. The final dialogue between these two is a masterclass in psychology. Shen is broken. He asks,
How did you do it? How did you find peace? I took away your parents. Everything.
Po answers,
Scars heal.
Shen retorts,
No, they don't. Wounds heal.
Po.
Oh yeah, what do scars do? They fade, I guess?
This is the most honest line in the movie. Po isn't saying he's fixed. He's saying the wound has closed. He will always have the scar. He will always be the panda from the radish crate. But the scar doesn't hurt anymore. It's just a mark of where he's been. Shen, however, cannot let his scar fade. He chooses to die with his weapon. He is crushed by the very thing he thought would save him. He chose to be his beginning until the very end. The movie ends not with a grand coronation, but with a return to the noodle shop. Po tells Mr. Ping,
I know who I am.
You do?
I'm your son.
In our previous videos, we talked about Morty realizing he has to be independent, and Finn realizing he has to be okay with solitude. Po brings it all together. Resolution isn't about finding your biological parents or getting revenge. It's about choosing your identity in the present. Po found peace in a hopeless place by realizing that the hopeless place was just a location, not his identity. He stopped fighting the water and became the water.
The bottle you put in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Lord Shen spent his whole life trying to rewrite the first chapter of his book. Po spent his life writing the second. We all have radish crates in our past. We all have red eyes that trigger us. But as Po teaches us, those things only have power if we try to punch them. Next time you're facing a cannonball in your own life, a memory, a mistake, a tragedy, don't run. Close your eyes, catch it, and remember.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story.
Thanks for watching the Deep Dive Trilogy. Which character's growth hit you the hardest? Let me know in the comments.
Skadoosh.